My sunshine, only sunshine, you make me happy. Hi guys, how are you? I hope you are well. And nice to see you again in this session. I don't know. Let me just swipe my camera. Think we are better now? Yeah. So we are going to do web coding as usual. We're going to see what we can do with AI, how much AI can take us, how much can we stretch with AI. So that's what we are going to be doing. In case you are new here, welcome to the channel. And you guys feel free um, to like the chat, to like the call. Feel free, guys. Feel free. So we just started. We just started. Jennifer, how are you? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, Jennifer. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. We'll just have to keep it running. So whoever joins, they are welcome. Whoever joins, they are really welcome. Let's do this, Jennifer. I'll just keep it going. Maybe people will find us along the way. There we go. We are good to go now. We are good to go. It's an happy Sunday. Good Sunday. So we can do this. We can do this, guys. Let's do this. Let me see if I can call more people to join. They are joining. Okay, all right. Let me close this. Yeah, and we are going to integrate this system with the payment system. This is a food bank, community food bank, that we are going to add a donations part. We're going to add some donations part. So, and our tool of choice is cloud. Let me see. Yes. So, and our tool of choice is specifically cloud. So we are going to use cloud. We are going to use cloud to integrate a payment system. So yeah, if you're going to add, let me just mute this. So we are going to add what payment system? We are going to add specifically, it's called Intercent. This is a Intercent payment system where you can collect payments from a website. Actually, you can collect payments from websites. This is not actual money. This is a test account. You can say it's a test account. This is not actual money. This is just a demo account. As you can see, we have this account here. It's a demo account with all this money. You can do euros, USD. It's a demo account. That means this money is not real. But of course, we test everything in Sandbox, then we migrate it into the actual product or into a live site. So let's do this. Let's see. Let's see. Let me just let me answer some few questions here. Okay. Back to here. All right. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Now we have a payment system that we are going to integrate. Hi, everyone who has joined. You can say hi. You can give me a like. If you are new here, we are going to briefly explain what we are doing. If you are still new here, we can explain what we are currently doing. So this is day 6 of building a community food bank. A community food bank where people can donate food and others can collect food stuff. Okay. And let me see the tool that we have been building. Let's check. Just a moment to start this. I want to see our progress. Community food bank. So this is what we have been building in specific. So we have been building this food and all these features. So we regulated the amount of items one can collect. You guys can collect any amount of your choice. So people can collect any amount, people can book any amount. So these are the features that we created. So basically, in this food community food bank, anyone can come here into this site and can donate food stuff. Okay, can donate food stuff. So if you want to donate some food stuff, you can basically donate some food stuff. As you can see, uh, I have logged out. So if I've logged out, I can still donate. But also if I've logged out, I can request for a food stuff. I can request for a food stuff, things like this. So these are some of the features that we have. Alex Mutiso, how are you? I can see you are here. Nice to see you, Alex. Nice to see you, Alex. Baliso, Basilo, Budi, how are you? Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. So, as you can see, remember that we had created an authentication system here. So we want to wrap everything such that for you to donate or for you to request some food stuff or for you to apply any food stuff, you need to do what? You need to sign in. For example, as you can see, apply for this food stuff, you need to sign in. As you can see, we have this error. You need to sign in. Yeah, this is very good for the community. Thank you, Dozy. In case you are new here, Dozy, subscribe, give us a like on the channel. Feel free to subscribe. So you can see we have some few features that we want to fix today. Very simple features. You want to make sure for you to perform any activity, you need to sign in or to have an account. Otherwise, you can't do any other activity. So let's do that. I want us to wrap that authentication. Then after wrapping up that authentication, I also want us to do what? I want us to do one more thing, that is styling the admin. So let me first log in. So you can see this login is wait. I can continue as a guest. How? Okay. So I want, just a moment, apply for food stuff, cancel. So I want us to sign in so that we can do anything in this system. So we said for vibe coding, we have so many tons of tools that anyone can use. You can decide to use, for example, in my case, I'm using Cloud Code. You can use Cloud Code. You can use any other tool of your choice. So in my case, I'm using Cloud Code. You can use Casa, you can use WinServe, you can use GitHub Copilot in VS Code, but in my case, I'm just using this one here. So I want to play around with this system. So I'm just going to prompt something here. Then it's going to do whatever activity I want. It's going to update the code, then update the code right here, then fix every single activity I need fixed. So let's do this. Now, so in prompting, it's all about how good you are in prompting. How good can you make your prompts to look like? How good can you be when it comes to prompting or using these AI prompting tools? So we are going to try to make our prompt very unique. So let's do. Now I want to wrap everything done on the system, that is from basically any activity that you are going to do, from donating, registering household, registering an household. This is G, register, not Q. Registering an household, applying for food stuff, applying for food stuff, or any other activity, other activity that uses user details. So I want to wrap everything done on the system, from donating, registered, or any other activity that uses user details, with the login slash create account, such that you need to create an account or login, or basically login for you to access those parts or functionalities. So yes, as I'm trying to prompt this, I have to make sure that the moment that I'm prompting, I do a quality check of the system. So what can I do to do the quality check? Always make sure everything works, everything works before completing. So when I tell it to check that, to make sure that everything works, basically I'm trying to tell it, you know what, you have this system. Instead of just working on the system, make sure that you work on the code, update the code, and write a test for this code. So it's going to write the code and test the code. So how is it going to test? It's going to go to all those pages that it's going to test. Can one access this certain functionality before they log in? If yes, then if it finds we have that particular problem, it's going now to reverse back to the code, rewrite the code, then come here and test again. So basically, that's how it's going to test the system. Completing. Also, you saw this login page, this sign up. This thing looks ugly, really ugly. So because it looks really ugly, also style the login or slash register page. Make it more appealing, and remove the basically remove the button for this one, continue as a guest, continue as a guest. So there's no way I need to continue as guest. So I don't want to continue as guest. So I just want to make sure that we only have the login so that it works very cool. So that's exactly what we are going to do for the login. So make sure that for you to go to the next page or access the next page, first you log in. Then after you log in, you can now access other pages. So the system is going to test against all that. Make sure that you create the feature, then test, and then make sure it works. Then update the code. So yeah, so I'm going to submit this prompt, then I'm going to wait for it now to build the system and update the code for me. Yeah. So let me see. You can see Alex is here. Dozy, how are you, Monkey? That's really good for the community. Yeah, we are trying to make sure that by the end of creating the system, that we donate some real cash or some real money that will go towards the community. So this money can go towards different people, can go towards an individual who also needs our help, or can go to like children's homes, those homes for the needy. They can go to the homes for the needy where we have several people like children's home, all those kind of places. So our end goal is to donate that money, then go to those kinds of communities. Anyone who is new, you can say hi on the chat, and also you can make sure that you like and also subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel, guys. Sammy Moses, ooh, I can see you here. So registering my 6th appearance once more. Sammy, you have been here for the 6 live sessions. Wow. And Sammy, I know now you are learning a lot of things that we really do, and how you can be very good in prompting. And now I know that you know something when it comes to prompting. When it comes to vibing and how you think about system. So basically here we are prompting instead of now building by ourselves, we are prompting, but the moment that we are prompting, we are learning how to do the best thinking process, the actual thinking process of how software works. How best can we implement the software to work? We want to make sure that whenever we are creating a feature, we know how that feature works and how we can improve it maybe later, and how it can be used by the community. So basically that's all about this vibe coding. Just see how we can best think about these features. Because we really know, yeah, software engineering to do with AI, it's not going to be replaced anytime soon, very soon. But if you have multiple skills in AI, or you have some better skills in AI, and also using AI for your daily to daily task in programming, that will keep you ahead or one step ahead of the rest who are really using AI. So basically, you'll be in a better advantage of someone who is really ignoring the AI. So yeah, so we hope AI won't replace us anytime soon. Thank you everyone who's watching. You can give me a like. You can subscribe to the channel, guys. Subscribe. So actually, this one is trying to build and testing as it builds. This one is building as it is tests whatever it's trying to build. So this one is still continuing implementing all these features. Thank you for the flowers. Thank you for the flowers, guys. Oh, finally, Sammy tested Kiro. For those who have been here, maybe some time back, someone was asking the difference between Kiro and other IDEs. So, Sammy Moses, you have a review. Let me see what you have to say. So, I have learned a lot from this. So, I tested Kiro and uses Cloud Sonnet 4, created a full working point of sale system with it using Laravel. Wow. Recommended also. Okay, it's an alternative to Casa. Yeah. So for Kiro, we have another one instead of using Casa. You guys, you can try Kiro. It's called Kiro. 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 You can try Kiro, guys. You can try Kiro. Kimberly, yeah, this is an amazing app. So our end goal is to make sure that we donate something to the needy. That is our end goal. We make sure that we donate some food stuff. It doesn't matter. We can donate to individuals who are going to pick the food stuff, or we can donate to a children's or home for the needy. Home for the needy. Yeah. So that's our end goal. So this one is still building and removing the unnecessary code. Jackson Mutiso, how are you guys? How are you, Jackson? Nice to see you here again, Jackson. Yeah, guys, you can give me a like. For those who have joined, guys, give me a like. Just give me a like. All I need is just a thumbs up and like to keep us moving, and bringing you all these content for free. So okay, guys, as we wait for this, I recently did some research on how AI is basically changing the software development field. And these are my observations. Back then, when I was starting out to code, I was learning how to code, I could learn just by writing code, researching on Stack Overflow, trying different errors, learning all this code by ourselves. Then later, AI came, then it simplified that learning process. Then it's saying, most of the people are saying, with using of AI or with the use of AI, developers are going to be replaced, or some of the developers will just vibe code and they don't know what they are really doing. And that is according to maybe what they are doing. So this is what I concluded by myself. So yes, there are some time where I don't know how to write that specific code, that specific code. Always, that will happen always. But what I need to learn as a software engineer is how systems basically work. So how does systems work? So that's what I need to learn. For example, and also the thinking process. And also the thinking process. So I need to learn how these things or how these systems work. For example, let's say for example for a tool like this. I don't know how to code this tool, but I'm pretty sure by the help of I can build this. But I don't know how to code. But I know AI can help me how to do that. So for me, either to create this system to functionality or to maybe join a team that is creating a similar system and make it work, there are several things that I need to understand. I need to understand or just know how does these shapes come to play? How does these shapes come to play? How many shapes do we have? How many can we add? In business way or in business, thinking in terms of business, how can one use this particular shape, combine with another shape, and then it solves their needs? I need to learn that. Now, let's come to the software by itself, the software itself. I need to know, okay, which language can I use to create this system? Of course, by default, I'll know that is JS. Then, okay, for this kind of data or for this kind of a tool, I need real-time information. I need real-time information. Why? Because as you can see, this shape is moved to this part. Then I need, even if I just push it a little bit and refresh, then it doesn't lose it, then it is stored by default into that position. Now I need to start thinking some extra things like, how can I connect the front end with the database such that everything I do here is real time? As a developer, I need to now understand the logics behind real-time systems. For example, let's say I invite someone to collaborate into this system, just like we invite them. Now, the moment that I invite them, I expect if they on their end, just a moment. So I expect if on their end they just add a small shape, then on my end, if I'm in this board, I can see, let's say Jackson is editing this, then I can see mine here in real time. So I have to understand as an engineer, how can I do these things in real time? Okay, what is the best tool to use for real time? What is the best database that can solve this data in real time? So now I can list all the databases that can handle this data in real time. Then no, or best now I can start from there. Then I can use backend with Node.js. But with Node.js, do you have libraries that help me connect data in real time? Yes, we have things like Socket.io. So it help me connect all this data or show everything information in real time. So I need to understand things like that they need to use. And someone else who is still using AI, but they don't know what to use, which tools to use, and one, two. So definitely, who is going to be having the best tool here? It is someone who's using AI, but they understand how systems work. So for anyone to survive in AI, they need to understand how basically these systems work. So we just need to understand how these systems basically work. So our work, so that we still stand a chance in this era of AI, let's make sure that we understand how software generally works. So we just need to understand how software generally works. So it is the best practice for us to okay, sorry for that. I think we are back. Just some connection issues. Some minor internet connections. Okay, we are back now. Uh-huh. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Sammy. Thank you, everyone who is watching. Thank you, everyone who is watching. Okay, so yeah, I had some connection issues, but it's okay now. I hope you guys can hear me clearly. Just make sure that everything is well. Okay, yeah, thank you, Alex Montiso. You are saying still on your breakdown of our systems. How could you give us the full scope of what the system contains apart from front end, back end, and database? Oh, so you want to know what systems contain apart from okay, just a moment. I will reshare my screen. So what does systems contain apart from front end and back end and database? So in systems, we are thinking about things like, instead of just writing the code, we are thinking about things like search engine optimization. So what is search engine optimization? Or how can you optimize your website to be fully search engine optimized? So when you talk about that, we talk about things like search engine optimization for systems. We talk about the loading time that a website takes for it to show the content of that particular content of the website. So apart from that, systems contain the domain. Things like, for example, if you see a working website, we are talking about things like hosting. Where have you hosted your platform? How secure is the platform that you have hosted that particular website? Or how secure is that particular place? Or how secure is that particular place. So we talk about system security. Apart from system security, we are talking about what do we call this? Let me see. So in databases, when we talk about databases, yes, we talk about the database, but where are you deploying your platform in? Are you deploying it in your local server, maybe a server that you have created by yourself, or are you deploying a system in something like in cloud? For example, in cloud we have different clouds. Are you using Google Cloud? Also, are you using AWS, or are you creating your own servers? So the moment that you are creating a system, you also need to think, what is the best platform that you can have your platform or your website into? Is it um, is it in cloud? Is it in local server that you are going to install, or what are you going to need? So in these cloud platforms, there are different types of these platforms. One of the platform is pay as you go. Pay as you go means, for example, yes, you have been given a free quarter. For example, um, there is a game, you are playing in a game. Then let's say you have to play this game 10 times. Then after 10 times, for you to play 11th time, you have to pay to play that 11th time. Now, in payment, that's where we have different types of payment. So choose wisely. So there is this payment that you'll pay. Um, let's say $20. You'll pay $20. Then you can play that game as many times as you can. Okay, but at some point you are limited in capacity of how many tools can you get. Let's say things like that. Then there is this another payment system where, yes, I have a payment system, but I have played my 10 free games. For every game that I'm going to play, for every 10 games that I'm going to play extra, I'm going to be charged this amount. For every other 10 games I'm going to play, I'm also going to be charged this extra amount. Let's say that I played the first 10 games. And for me to be charged, I need to play extra 10 games. So how many games are those? Those are 20 games for me to be charged certain amount. I've exhausted the free 10, so I have 10. If I've not hit the 10, that is the 10, I'm not going to be charged an extra amount. So these are different payment options with cloud that they come in. For example, I mostly use Firebase and Google Cloud. Google Cloud, we have pay as you go. For every amount of space that you use, then means I'm going to pay certain amount. And this amount actually have systems with thousands and thousands of users. And actually, I don't remember if I've ever paid more than $5, more than 5 USD. That is 1,000 Kenya shillings around there. Max I've ever paid. And it's actually just fun to use pay as you go system. So it's up to you to know what payment system or payment options you need to choose. Now, as you can see, back to our system, back to our code. So back to the code. So in this code, we have two features to build. So we have already, okay, let me see, view donations. For me to view any donation, I need to create an account. Actually, for me to see anything here, I need to do what? I need to create an account. Cloud-based, that's what, to be honest, I've never heard of cloud-based. Cloud-based, I've never heard of that. Okay, let's see what we have here. So, as you can see, our code has wrapped mostly everything. For me to donate, for me to request anything, I need to create an account. So for a donor, here, track your donations, blah, 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 and the rest. You can get notifications, you can view community impact metrics, manage donations. So to apply for food, for recipients, you can create an account so that to apply for food, register household members, etc. and track. So as you can see here, we have created create an account. So if you don't have any account, you can sign up. But if you already have an account, you can log in. Remember, I already have an account, so I don't need to sign up. Let me just log in. Sign me in. There we go. I've signed in. And for example, if I refresh, you can still see I'm signed in. So I can donate for food stuff. And I can browse food requests if we have any. And I can do what? I can view donations. Donations. What is this breaking? Okay, donations. Let me inspect the code. Okay, we have a problem in our code. So let me try to fix it. It's called donations card. This is where we have a problem. Import React from React. So this one should solve now. There you go. So this one is working now. You can see our donations. Ooh. You can see the donations card. Actually, our code deleted our donations card, our previous styling of our donations card. So we need to fix that. We need to fix this donations card. And anything else that we need to fix is actually the admin/admin. As you can see, this page looks ugly. This page looks ugly. So we assume, okay. So in this admin page, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do in this admin page. Let's go to the community food bank. In the community food bank, I want these features. So I assume this is the dashboard. So in this dashboard, I expect to have the navigation bar right there. I expect to have the navigation bar. Then I expect to have the admin navigations or controls here. Then I expect to see other parts of the website just like this. So this is the design that I expect. Instead of everything looking this ugly, why can't we have this static nav bar in which it's correct up there? And this is nav bar. I want to have this nav bar. This is the sidebar and this is the working system. So I expect to see, yeah, so Jackson, you're asking, is this what wireframing is? Yeah, this is what wireframing basically is. So I'm just wireframing to see the idea of what I need. All I need is this. So this is a basic wireframe. So these are the admin controls in which, in reality, you see these controls here should be on the left here. Then on the right are the analytics and so on. So that's what we expect. Okay, young JD, hope everyone is well. Yeah, JD, we are well. We are very well. Yes, we have a good progress so far. So yeah, I know you'll catch up, young JD. Worry not, you'll catch up. So let's write a prompt to design this. So basically what I'm going to do, I want to make it simple. Let me just screenshot this. Let me just screenshot this so that I can give to my AI and tell it what to do. So here I want to do two things. I want in the donations page, donations, yeah, donations page, style the donations card, the donation card, and make it appealing. So we are going to donate, we are going to style the donations page. The cards, you see these cards here. These cards really look ugly. View donations. It destroyed our previous cards and everything. This donation has been claimed. What? It seems actually it destroyed the previous functionalities. And remember the previous functionalities for claiming a foodstuff. Make sure to remember. Actually, I'm not sure if it's going to remember how it worked. How it worked before you updated the login functionality. Actually, we need to fix that. Actually, see, this is the problem with AI sometimes. Now, you see this. Previously, we had a good working system. But the moment we just started to wrap everything into sign up, it destroyed the logic to claim foodstuff. Remember the logic, you have to get a certain percentage of that foodstuff, but you have to apply in on behalf of a household. Actually, AI went back to my code and destroyed everything. And this is one of the problems we can identify with AI. As good as it looks like, it has its own problems. For example, like destroying our code. It just destroyed our code. It just destroyed everything, our previous code. So this is really bad. This is actually bad. I don't know how we are going to refresh to reclaim those features. So let me see if I can log in and see the claim logic. This is one of the problems we can identify now with AI. I actually used to think it's a meme until now it's happening to us. Okay, someone, Jackson, you're asking, you are wondering, does this dashboard source data from Supabase? So we are using Firebase, not Supabase. So basically we are using Firebase to store our data. Then there's some Python analysis for visualization. So in web development, for those who have never done graphs, we have libraries that give you these graphs. Otherwise, you can draw the graphs by just using JavaScript. Let's see. Let me see if I can get the libraries. Let me see if I can get those libraries. Actually, these graphs are not from any library. They are just hard-coded graphs with JavaScript. Just some hard-coded graphs with JavaScript. Okay, yeah, I can see you, Jackson. You're saying that you remember back in uni, you were offered UCU 100. Okay, that was communication. Also, I suspect there will also be optimized what communication or prompting with AI. I hope one day the universities will get back and now think about the learning and see if they can implement learning with AI, or they can implement AI. Okay. Actually, it seems like it's remembering. It seems like it's remembering. Yeah, it seems like it's remembering the functionalities now. Yeah, this one is updating. Actually, I don't know why it destroyed our previous code, but it seems we need to do some reverse engineering and reverse thinking to test if AI can think in reverse. So again, we have to ask ourselves. Remember, I just told it update the code before to match the previous functionalities before adding the admin before adding the login functionality. So does it mean AI tracked whatever activity we were doing with our code? So maybe if you're asking yourself that question, we can answer it in two ways. Yes, it's reading from our previous GitHub commits or from our previous commits. Otherwise, it's reading from the previous context. So what is context according to this one? So the moment it builds something, it builds that context in its thinking capacity or in its memory. So the moment it's doing the other activity, the next activity, it will refer first from the context or from the memory and see, yes, before I take the next steps, is there anything in the previous context that matches whatever I'm going to do? So in AI, that's how mostly it thinks. So in case you hear anything to do with context, it's just like memory. So before I do the next step, what were the previous steps first? Is there anything related to what I'm required to do next? So that's basically what we mean by context. So let's see if this one works. Yeah, so it fixed ooh, actually it fixed everything. It fixed everything that had broken. So our main goal is to style this admin. See this admin here. Oops. Slash admin. Slash admin. So our main goal is to style this to look like this. Remember we had taken a screenshot. Let me see if I can paste that screenshot. Oh no. We can't paste a screenshot. So let me try to remember. There is a way that you paste a screenshot. I'm trying to remember. I don't know. Let me see. Let me call screenshot again. Try to remember. There is a way to paste these screenshots in cloud. So instead I can go to here, screenshots. Sorry, I can go to here, screenshots, and get the most recent screenshot. Let me just get the most recent screenshot. You can just copy the path. You can just paste the path here. Okay. Okay, let me see if I can paste the prompt here. In the admin page, I want to restyle the page according or the page to match the screenshot of the wireframe provided. Make sure the system make sure the page is well styled. Let me see if I can really capture this screenshot. Okay. I remember there is a way to copy this. Oh, copy as path. Yeah, that is the path. So this one is copying as a path. Make sure the page is well styled. Okay, let's see if it's going to understand the prompt and then build it. Sorry. Okay, let's see. It's building. Ooh, actually, this one is going to destroy everything, but it's fine. Do you need the path? Do you need the path to in the project directory? I just needed the path for that image. Only the path for that image is all I needed. So after it has fixed this admin dashboard, we are going to do InterSend integration and integrate InterSend. This is a payment system. So in case one doesn't need to donate actual food stuff, they can actually donate cash. Oh, yes, Kimberly Kigasi. Yeah, I think you should also add that it should keep the functionalities of the admin page so that it doesn't repeat the same mistake as the donations part. Okay, yeah, we needed to do that. But we have unfortunately sent. So, yeah, the next time we are going to make sure this works. We are going to make sure we include that in our prompts. Make sure that you keep the functionalities. Actually, for sure, we are going to add that in our next functionality. I'm going to make sure that we remind the systems to keep functionalities. So what does sandbox mean? Sandbox means it's a trial. It's a trial. It's a trial account. It's not a real account. So when you're working with money, for example, as a developer, I need a dummy account where I can test if I can transact before I go live. Working with money is something critical. So I need a dummy account. So basically, this is like a dummy account, sandbox. It's like a dummy account for testing, just like a test environment. So we are going to get the test key, test with real money, and the moment we are done, we are going to get the live key, and then yeah, it works. This one is just a dummy account. So for you to go to the actual InterSend account, you just need to remove the sandbox part. Yeah, and then it will tell you to go to the payments, the InterSend actual payment. So this one is still updating. And actually building with InterSend is the easiest thing that we can never think, guys. Too easy. So in case you want the InterSend dummy, let me just paste it here in the chat. Unfortunately, I can't share there. Let me see if I can. So let me paste. Yeah, you can get the InterSend sandbox there. I've shared on the chat. So this one is still generating and killing the error. So let's see what we have here. So, oh yeah, so I was told use M-Pesa Sandbox. So far, M-Pesa Sandbox is free. Yeah, every sandbox is free. Sandbox is just like a testing environment where you get fake details. But those fake details, you can test them. So once your code works in the fake details, now it's just like switching something, just some minor code. I'll show you some minor code how you switch from test to actual live. So the moment you are writing the code, you write everything like the live, the actual one, but you just change the API key so that it knows this API key has been generated from the test account or the dummy account or the fake account. Let's see what we have in the admin. There we go, it's breaking. I know. Let me see the admin. What is it breaking? You see now the problem that our friend was talking about, that is Kimberly. Uncaught reference error. So these are the errors that we are talking about. So I have this error in the admin page. Fix it. So let's just fix that page. Then you do the payment. The payment is too easy. So before it fixes, let's explore the sandbox. So for the sandbox, we have the home of the sandbox. This is the home. That is sandbox.intercent.com/overview. So in the sandbox, you can set up the limit. Oops. So that one works for the live account anyway. So you can request for payments. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. So in the requesting of the payments, you can send a request to someone's phone number and amount. Then you can send them, and then in their phone, they will see some request, and then they will just add pin. So for example, if I wanted to request something, any certain money, I can just add maybe, for example, my phone number here, then request the amount, then send an STK push. Then in my M-Pesa, it will prompt me to enter pin, basically to enter some pin. So how do you get the APIs? The APIs are here in the integrations. You see the integrations here. So in the integrations here, have I clicked? Yeah. In the integrations here, in case you don't have any test key, you can generate your test key. Otherwise, it will be automatically generated. Your first test key, it will be automatically generated. So you can see I already have my test key right here. So I don't need to generate another test key. Test key is here. So this is the API key that I'm going to use. So as you can see, this is a test, T-E-S-T. It's a test account. So you can copy that and then you can use that. Otherwise, you can switch to the live. I don't want to switch to the live at the moment. It's not okay to switch to the live. So as you can see, our dashboard is ready, but with some few issues. You remember the screenshot that we created here? Actually, it added these colors, in which is not a nice blending of colors. Which is not a good blend of the colors, but for now we are going to ignore that. Ooh, as you can see, ooh, very nice, very nice. You can see the households applications saying 0. Ooh, actually, it created a small refresh here. See this small refresh? Actually, it refreshed our data here. So this is this is cool, man. As you can see, it has built this. So you can go and remove this blue, green, and red. It's unnecessary. So it's unnecessary for now, but we are going to keep it for the moment, for the time being. We are going to keep it. We are going to later remove these colors. So what are we building? We want to build InterCent. So now I have another way of donating. One can either donate actual foodstuff, or can donate in terms of cash, in terms of cash money, So we have two ways in this we want to donate. So now here we have given the system the context. So as you think of these two ways. think in these two ways. So let's see what we can do. Let's see what else we can do. So I want you to add that in the process of donations. So how is one donate food stuff? In the donate food stuff page, donate food stuff page, add a button where one can donate in cash. So now let's describe in this donate cash. In the donate cash, add intercent. Is it intercent or intercend? Let me check. Intercent. Payment system. Add the intercent payment system and use the test environment. Use the test environment. So we are going to use the intercent. So our system will try to go to the intercent, this intercent page, intercent.com. Then it will try to understand how to integrate the payment system. So let me just refer it to intercent.com. So in the donate cash, add intercent.com payment system to use the test environment. Make sure the intercent payment works well. Just like our friend taught us, Kimberly, we are going to do not alter any existing functionalities. Just include the new ones. So we want to make sure that it doesn't alter the previous functionalities, because we previously saw that it destroyed everything that we worked hard for. Okay, so just include the new ones. Okay, let me read through again this. Add the button where that's cool. Okay, let me just submit that and see how it works. Let me see if that one will work as intended. So in the meantime, I just want to see the new intercent that it's going to add. I just want to see the new intercent payment page that it's going to add. For anyone who has joined, you can give me a like. That will boost me a lot. Just give me a like. Just like they call a like will matter a lot. The like means a lot to me. A simple like means a lot. Just give me a like. Okay, let's wait for it to build. So it's trying to think as it builds. Let's see. Anyone with any questions? Now to work with it. Let me see if we have any questions here. So why are we using InterCent? We are using InterCent because it can accept several forms of payment. Create donations component with InterCent integration. Okay, let me see. Donations card. I want to see if we have anything to do with InterCent. Just want to make sure that I can add an API key somewhere. Because where are we going to add the InterCent API key? Okay, let it finish. Oh, it's this cash donations.tsx. .jsx. So where is it referring to InterCent? I can't see anything, but let's see. Oh, it's using, actually you can see it's using the InterCent SDK push. Actually, if you understand my using a test key, this one is using a test key. How did it get this test key? Let me check if that is the correct test key. No. Actually, we'll have to edit this test key for it to fit our needs. So let's just wait for it to complete the code. Because at the moment, if we donate cash, I don't know if it's going to work. Actually, someone can add all this. But actually, I didn't want this. I want to have an option either to choose okay, let it finish first. For one to choose either they want to donate with cash, use their M-Pesa for local people, or use card. That is the bank card. So we are going to check that. We are going to check that. It's very easy. So in that, so the reason why it's not doing that, it's because it's understanding that I'm in Kenya and it's trying to enforce that. But we want it to be global. Some people have different ways of donating. Let's see. Is it safe to work with APIs outside env file. Actually, it's the worst thing that you can do. Never work with APIs outside env. Actually, I didn't notice that, Jackson, until you asked. So thank you, Jackson. So in the next prompt is going to handle those two functionalities. Make sure that the API is coming from env file. Okay, let's see. Let it complete. Why is it taking time? It's making sure that everything will work correctly. Okay, it's working. It's working. It's almost done. Excellent. The development server is running without completion error, compilation error. Yeah, it will work. It will work. Actually, it built this, and one can only pay with M-Pesa. But I don't want to do that. I want to do two things. I want to make the API come from .env file. Make sure to create that. Make sure to create that. Also, I want to change such that one can get all payment options from Intercent, not only M-Pesa. So this includes bank card. Basically, this includes bank card. What else? M-Pesa, of course. We have Google Pay, and all other payments from Intercent. So I want to fix these two features, then we are off. We want to fix these two features. So you want to add an env file and also get all the functionalities to do with the payment, not only M-Pesa. Remember that we have people who are global, they don't need to pay with M-Pesa alone. So let's wait for it to build. So only that one feature and we are done with today's functionalities. Okay, so these are the features that we need. Let me see if there's anything we need to know about InterCent. It's only that the API, which let me just copy on in advance. I've copied that. Actually, nothing else we need to know about InterCent API. Actually, from InterCent, you can withdraw any amount to anywhere. You can withdraw any amount. Actually, we only have one option. You can do with InterCent or you can do with Paystack. That is Paystack. Yeah, Paystack. You can do with Paystack as well. You can do Paystack. Paystack is still the same case. So in case depends with whatever you want. You can log in. You can go to the developer integrations and developer sandbox. So we have these two options. Oh, it seems it's almost done. So it is testing if the system is working, testing all payment methods. So we are going to test as well. Let's just wait for it to complete. Done testing. Do we have an env file? Env file here, here. This is a Google Maps, right? So where is the env file here? Oh, this is the donation success page. I want to get the env. Oh, Google Maps, we have the Vite InterCent test key, in which I'm going to is public key test. I'm going to replace with the public key, the actual public key. Let me see if it's done generating. Okay, not yet. Do you need public test? E-secret key test. Okay, let me generate one. That is public key test. That is going to integrations. API secret. API secret is generated and shown once for existing. Okay, generate. I'm going to copy. I'm going to replace the secret with that. So actually you can revert this in case you want. You can revert all these keys. They are not permanent. You can revert. So what is the meaning of the Vite? The Vite is it's called the engine. This is the engine that is powering the React Hub. So in React Hub, the moment that you'll be learning React, you'll know that we have engines that power React. For it to be fast, for it to be slow, all this. So this React app is powered by Vite and it's making it fast. So we have to refer everything that you fetch, use Vite. Vite is fast. That is the engine that we are using. Yeah. So let's see if it's done. Oh, it seems it's done. It's the moment of truth. It's the moment of truth. So it didn't touch anything here. So you want to donate with the cash. The cash, we can donate amount of 10 bob, 10 shillings for a test. General, I prefer to donate anonymously. Okay, you can donate anonymously or you can add your full names. Let me just add full names. What if I add anonymously? Does it mean okay, if I donate anonymously, that means I can't edit location, but I can edit Kenya. Okay, let me just not do it anonymously anyway. Message optional, this is a test. This is a test. So this is a test. So in testing, anything remaining? Because it says I need to select the payment option. Why is it not clicking? So let me see what is missing here. Okay. But I can't choose this. It's telling me to choose, but I can't choose. If I click on debit, it's doing nothing. I can't click this button. Okay, so this according to user, it's not a good thing. According to user, this is not a good thing. Okay. Okay, let me see how we can fix this. This one is not clickable. So I want to click the button to donate, then the button should show the intersend. Let me check how it's called. Intersend. Documentation. Let me just go to the intersend documentation here. Yeah, it's got payment button. It should show the intersend payment button. So this is the intersend payment button. Okay, let me read again the documentation. Checkout link. Option with select what with a payment button where it's the normal intersend InterSend pop-up to select payment option that M-Pesa etc. This one seems not to work as intended. So let's see if that prompt fixes everything we need. So what I mean is, let me see if I can get the functionality that I want. I want to explain the functionality. The functionality is this functionality. No, this is a certain functionality. Let me see for a certain course. Let me just click any other one. This is a certain functionality that I'm looking for. I hope the next one, this doesn't work. So it should be this. Yeah. So I want to click this payment, pay now. Then I want to get this pop-up. This InterSend pop-up, this one here. So in this pop-up is where now I should see the payment details, the Apple Pay, the Google Pay, all these ones here. So this is what I am expecting to get in this InterSend. So that's exactly what I'm expecting to get. So I don't know why it's not showing specifically that. But let's wait and see. So this one is still building. So you expect it to build after it's done implementing. So for a final project, yeah, you can implement any. Perfect. It can see the development, InterSend SDK loaded. Let's see. Pontificating. Let's see if I not lose. Let it finish. Then we test. I don't want it to refresh in the middle of this. You're donating these amounts. Load payment options. Let me see what's the problem. Payment service not available. Please refresh the page and try again. When you click open payment options, a pop-up will appear and available payment methods actually to be requested. Let me refresh. Let me see. I hope this works. This one doesn't work. What? Okay, we are going to hard code this. Let me just hard code this. We have the payment. Cash donation. Let me just add code this. Handle amount submit, update donation status, handle payment. So in handle payment, set loading is true. Life is false. We have no problem with the payment data. Intercent on complete, on failed, console, intercent, launch the payment. Okay. So this one is not still working. Let me just refer from the documentation, straight from the documentation. So we expect to get this add a payment button in React. We expect to add a payment button. Then use the new.window.intercend public key, okay, handle payment is a man, so it's verifying everything. The donations, load. So check if intercend window is available. So window.intercend, intercend. Then load the public key, live the live key. Why is it undefined? That's where we have the problem. Okay. Payment service not available. What error were we getting here? Payment service not available. Fresh refresh. Yeah, this was the problem. We are going to refresh this. So this one is very easy as ABCD. So we are going to get this. And I'm going to refer this code. Use the code below to refer how to call the intercent payment options. Make sure to make it compatible with the existing code, with the existing code. Oops, no. Okay, use the code below to refer. Oops, no, this one is not working well. Damn, cloud. I was about to piss off myself. May Media UK, how are you? May Media. You'd like to support my account? Do I have a Twitter? Not really. Let me show you. You can get me through my Discord. I have a Discord, May, from UK. Let me just share my Discord. This is awesome, May. Let me just share my Discord right away. Just a moment. Let me share my Discord. I wanted this link. You can join our community. Is it? Actually, this is not working. Just a minute. I don't know why my dashboard is not working on the other. I don't know why my dashboard is not working on the other. Yeah, that's my Discord. That's how you can get me. I've shared with Evans Nyamai account. May you would really appreciate your support. Would appreciate with this team here. Yeah, you can send. Yeah, sure, you can send the. You can send the community. You can invite me into that community. Okay, so yeah. Let me just refer to this. Use the code below to refer to how to implement the InterSend InterSend, what do we call it? To implement the InterSend payment. To implement the InterSend payment. Let me see. Make sure it's working. It's working. Let's wait for it to implement. Media from UK. Yeah, I would appreciate. The invite is not showing in the chat. The invite is not showing in the chat. Ooh, I see. Just a moment. Just a moment. Let me cross check the invite link. Where is the invite again? HCC. Yeah, this one. It should be showing now. It should be showing now. Should be showing on the chart. Yeah, May. Yeah, from my LinkedIn. Yeah, you can check my LinkedIn still here. Yeah, I have a LinkedIn. I can as well post the LinkedIn. Okay, yeah, that worked. May from UK. Okay, let's see if this one is working. Do you want to allow edits? So about prompt engineering, it's all about how fast or how good you understand the system. First, you have to understand your system. How does your system work? How many features do you need in your systems? Or how many features do you need in your system? Also, working with AI, you need to understand something called context. And in context, you need to understand that sometimes AI will hallucinate at some point. So make sure that your prompt fits every functionality. So okay, let's test this with just a random amount. Let me test this. Test and see if we can donate. Load payment options. It's loading. It's failing again. Inspect. Let me see why. load again and refresh. Payment service not available. Please refresh the page and try again. This is not a big deal, guys. This one is not a big deal. This is one of the simplest. So let me see if it's using InterSend SDK. Void InterSend. If it's using the, actually I can't see any SDK for InterSend right here. So that means we have one problem there. Let me fetch SDK. Okay, install InterSend. Install InterSend. Yeah, vibe coding is good for building prototypes. Yeah, just something like this. This is a prototype of a project, so that's why we are using purely vibe coding. Install InterSend into the code. So let me just give it a documentation quickly, a quick documentation on how it can install InterSend. We React. Okay, do you use InterSend, install InterSend in the code? With npm. No, we are using yarn with yarn, and make sure it's working. Because it's still throwing the error. It's still throwing the error. What error is it throwing? It's actually throwing this specific error here, in which it's not understanding if we have payment or not, InterSend or not. So let's wait for it to see if it's going to build. So I'm giving it permissions to install InterSend in my community food bank in package.json. So it should make sure that, let's see if it's going to install InterSend. Okay, let me go to my not index, my JSON file, package.json. So actually it should install InterSend. It should install InterSend. So let's wait for it to run, then see if it can install InterSend here in our dependencies. Let's see. So it should actually run. So let's give it permissions to run and install InterSend. Do you use VS Code from FYP TikTok? Not really. We don't use. I'm not using VS Code. I'm just using Casa and Cloud. That is Cloud Code, specifically Cloud Code. I'm using Casa and Cloud Code. But we are just realizing at some point it's also, yeah, it's one of the best tools that we can use for coding, but it's at some point hallucinating in what it's doing. It's hallucinating. So it tries to do something, then it hallucinates. For example, one of the mistakes that it has done, we were creating a functionality for donating. Like for example here, we wanted not donating but view donations. So we wanted if I'm the only, if I've donated to this person, or if I've donated, I can't apply for my own donations. Then if someone else donated something or some food stuff, then I'm allowed to request for that food stuff. I'm allowed to apply for that food stuff. So we had all these functionalities. Then we tried to create a login page where for you to perform such an activity like applying for a donation, you need to log in. And remember, the actual functionalities were working. So the moment we implemented that and we wrapped that, it deleted every previous functionality of how someone used to apply. Actually, it did not put that into context as it implemented, as it wrapped all the systems around the login. So we just noticed something crazy there, where Cloud Code is at some point hallucinating and deleting previous code that was working perfectly. Then, as we try to implement, but we managed to fix that. We managed to fix that. And really, even though it's one of the best tools, actually it was hallucinating a lot. So let's see, it's improving everything here. Okay, it says that it has added that. Just want to confirm from the code because that's where the problem was. Intercent service not available. Okay, let's see if we can donate food stuff, donate some cash, 500, any amount, test, open. Intercent checkout is not a function. Inspect. You see, we have already exhausted our context, so it's having hard time to think. So what do we have here? Payment type. Intercent checkout is not a function. Handle payment. Now see, actual AI is having hard time here. And it's one of the best. We have already exhausted not our credits, but our context, our previous context. Fix the error in this code. Okay, let me just do more context here. Fix the error in the code where when I click payment, it throws the error provided. Let me just put that into quotations and try to see. Okay, let me see if it's going to fix that. So we expect it to fix that option, that particular feature. The error should be now resolved. Are you sure? Let's try. Let me clear this. Let me clear this and try. This one should be a test. It's already throwing some few problems. Could not load style grammar. Okay, that's not okay. Okay, let me see the moment of truth. Intercent pop-up is not a function. I just wish I could have implemented this manually. Also, fix this. You guys, you see the errors that we go through with vibe coding. It's not one of the best. Clearly, we can see it's not one of the best things to do. Some things needs to be implemented manually. Okay, it's telling me to click the payment again. Okay, one final trial. Tests. This one is optional. Collect payment is not a function. I don't want to waste time and fix this. I can also fix this. I have paid for this thing. So fix this. Let's also fix this error. This one should be the simplest thing to fix. And it's hallucinating. It's hallucinating a lot. Okay, let's see. It's cascading. Let's see if it's going to fix this. Actually, this one should be fixed. And if it does the same thing, we are cooked. We are cooked, guys. So it's implementing this. It's actually changing some few code from Intercent to new Intercent window. Okay. New window. It's only adding the new function. Then collect payments. Any changes, instead of Intercent collect payments, it's going to Intercent to checkout payment data. Okay. Try clicking again. Autofill. Okay. Tests. So, okay, let's see if it's going to load. Payment service not available. Please refresh the page and try again. Refresh the page and try again. Okay, let's do this manually. This is going to cost, this is just costing us a lot of time for no reason. So what I'm going to do, instead of doing this everything manually, I'm just going to refer to an existing code base for it to build fast. Let me just use my existing code base from one of my private repos, because it seems it can't understand the context. It's having a hard time understanding the context. It should be in the pricing payments. Okay. It should be like this now. It should be like this. Okay. Let me change. for the payment, change the whole context to match the code base below. Do not collect other user details. Do not collect user details. Just add the button as below. Just add the button as below. Ignore the code for exchange. The code for exchange rates. You just paste the code. Okay, I've just ignored the code where I'm changing that into the currency of your choice. Then it should match that. So yeah. So this is the final fix. Actually, we hope this works now. Actually, it's updating this cash donation page .jsx file. So let's see if it works. May Media, I've seen your invites. I'm going to join just immediately after this. I'm going to check it out. Going to check the invite on Discord. Yeah. Okay, let it update. Then we see. So this one, let's see if this one works now. Donate cash, amount 500. Donate now. Okay, let's see. This button is not clicking. Okay, let me just refresh the page. Is this done? Exchange for name. Okay. Donate 500. That is the amount. Click. No logs, no nothing. No log, no nothing. Amount. Actually, this should not work if the amount is empty. But the amount here is not empty. So if I add something like 25, maybe let me use the controls. Donate. Why is it not clicking? Donate now. In donate now, it should take the reference, the currency. Ooh, let me check. Void intersend public key. Okay, so this must be the problem. Void intersend public key. And in our env, what do we have? We have void intersend public key. So let me just copy this to match the exact one. Void intersend. Let me just copy this to match that exactly. Append chart. Let me see. Select amount, intersend, and defined. Intersend API key. Where is this intersend API key there? That is good. Complete on success, under payment, cash amount, cash donations. So this one should work now. This one should work now. If the amount should be that. Donate now. Disable if no amount. Okay. Or if amount is less than one. Okay, let's see now. This one is 500. What is this now? This one is not working. This one is still not working when one clicks. No, let me just add a click event and see if one can add a click event. So on click, actually we don't have a function here to call the click. Oops. So button name intersend payment button. Ooh, this one. Intersend pay button. So this one is not working. Fixed donation. That's no problem with that. I got no problem with that. That amount. That amount is the amount or equal to 0. Data currency. No problem with the currency. Data reference. Disabled. Let me just remove the disabled for now. Ooh, it's not adding anything, man. Yeah, good one. Good problem. Let's fix this. So I just have to refer to some few things on complete and success. So let me just add all these functions with console.log. On failed, on progress, no console. Window dot use effect. Window dot new window. New window dot intersend. Live is equal to false. Okay. Donate page. Yeah, there we have a problem now. If I click this, window.intersend is not a constructor. This one is JSX. Say window.intersend is not a constructor. Let me see what I changed. Use effect. Okay, let me read from above. User the script. Okay. Still not working. Choose the code I provided before and make same exact functionalities. Here is the code. Is the code to duplicate. Let me see. Is the code to duplicate. So it should actually duplicate the same exact code in our functionality instead of implementing its own things. Things. Because clearly it's trying to implement its own things. Like for example here, why is it loading this child here? It seems it's almost there. You see. Okay, just a minute. As it completes, I'll be back. Okay, let's test these. One final test. Refresh, give it a good refresh. Donate. Okay, React is not defined. Cash donation. Okay. Cash donation. React is not defined. Import React from React. Donate 1,000 shillings. Oh, there we go. It's working. There you go. Finally, it's working. Pesa link, card, pay. As you can see, too many requests. Okay. Let me just refresh. It is saying that we have too many requests. Donate. Then I just click the donate now. ignore how the button looks like. Just ignore how the button looks like. Then I'm just going to click, then wait for it to load. It is taking some time to load. I don't know why. I just clicked once. Let me see if it can open again. It's throwing no error. So let me just click it several times, like twice. Actually, it worked. Okay, let me just do the amount, any custom amount. Click now. Using Pesa link. Okay, is there something fishy here that I need to understand? Okay, there's something fishy here. So let's say if I just donate, you see this is the amount 500 shillings, but I click donate now. It's not loading. But just in case I reduce the amount, but because this looks like a custom amount and load, it's saying too many requests because I clicked several times. See how many times I click, then it says several times. Okay, let me just refresh it. This one is working. The next step is just optimizing it. Donate now. I clicked once. Ignore all these consoles. We are going to fix them. Yeah, it's now working. Ooh, pay with M-Pesa. I can do a custom amount. I can do away with it. So let me just do a custom amount like 10, something that I can afford losing. For now, in test mode, let me donate now. Okay, let me use M-Pesa. This one is not loaded. Does it mean that is very small amount? But what? Let me check. Let me just give it a refresh. We are just testing it and then we let it go. We let it go. Let me just add something like 15. Then load. Okay, let me just check the code, the minimum amount we can donate. Donate now. Okay, minimum amount here is 100. That's why it's loading here. So we need to change this to something like 10 and save. Something like 10. Let me check if we have another place where we have set the minimum amount. Let me test with that. Let me test with the 10. Test now. Yeah, 10 is working. So test M-Pesa, add my number. Let me donate this one. It's processing. So it's going to send an SDK. It has pushed in my phone number. Then I'm going to submit this and add my PIN. Then I've added all the details right here. Let me see what it does here. Ooh, payment success. Then after payment success, it should clear that page. And you can see The payment complete details are right here. So if I go to my InterCent dashboard, here go to home, you can see the amount has been added with 10 shillings. This is the actual amount. Now, yeah, that's awesome. Now we can finally donate any amount. We can finally donate with our system. Yeah, you can donate food, you can donate cash. So the next live, what we are going to do is actually fix this page now. You're going to actually fix this page and now collect the details that we just omitted before. Remember the details that we just omitted before? Yeah, that's what we are going to be adding next. Yeah, that's it for today. We are going to get there. So the next time we are going to change this to live, donate actual cash, and find people to and find actual people who can receive this food stuff. So yeah, that's it for today. Today has been awesome. We have gone for more than our usual time, and that's fine. Actually, the InterCent got us some errors. Thank you guys, and thank you everyone who joined. See you next time. Bye bye.